upside down. I've got the camera angle set a different way. Let's see. So I already see Ed Chaos, Greg Barton.
Upside down.
I am upside down?
You are upside down.
Well, let me fix that, if I can. It wouldn't be one of my live streams if I didn't start out with some kind of BS. But it is what it is, and that's what it is. No. Sorry, guys. It's always something. Got to be something every time. Well, it is what it is, right? Alright. That's okay, though. You guys wouldn't expect any less from me anyhow. Again, let's see what we got here. We got Ed Chaos, Greg Barton. I see Robert Bell's in the house, Matt Barwick. Let's see, Florida Snowman Adventures. Good to have you with us. I don't think I've seen that name before on here. Grant Jordan, Chris Schultz. Tony Petrie, glad to have you. Mr. Bodier Sackett, Paul Coville. It said you're upside down. I know. If you haven't been to one of my live streams, buddy, that's probably the least of what's going to go wrong tonight.
You do it on purpose.
Yeah, I wish I did it on purpose. Let's see. Hike with Mike. I see you. Let's see, Justin M. Hey, y'all. Carl Smith and Christy. I see you guys. Daniel Tucker. Gotcha. So,
Florida Snowman, you met at HangCon.
So, Florida Snowman, we met at HangCon. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you stopped in for the live stream tonight, and we're going to talk about the event we put on tonight, Wyld Camp. So we've done Wyld Camp for 3 years, or this will be the 3rd year now. And so far, it has been an awesome event. So I see Mr. FNAF, Low Tapper Fade. I don't know what that means. But Wyld Camp is a group camping event that we put together a couple of years ago to get like-minded people together, and the goal is to get people camping together, learning new skills, and just to get people to meet new people that they may camp with. And so I know that there are a lot of folks out there, like myself back in the day, that didn't really have anybody to camp with. And so I met up with the Florida bushcraft people, and those guys got me out, and I met new friends and stuff that way. And our goal is to get people out, make new friends, learn new skills, and get more confident in going out there and camping. And I know camping seems like it should be fairly self-explanatory, but we all know there's a whole lot more to camping than just setting up a tent and cooking a hot dog. So, that being said, that's why we go about putting on Wyld Camp. So, Paul Coville said we met at HangCon as well, and that's awesome. I appreciate you stopping in, and I'm glad we were able to meet at HangCon. And Ken Allen said, God bless, get her done. So, I appreciate you so much. Matt Barwick said, there is camping and there is wild camping. That's right. So, you know, for Wyld Camp, we like to get together and have a good time, but we also put on classes, and we have different instructors and things like that. So there's always something for you to learn or see, and this year is not going to be any different. So We have had some of the instructors from last year step up and say, hey, I want to do it again. And I'm hoping that the wind isn't too bad in the microphone because it's windy out here. I don't know if you can see in my lantern back here or my tiki torch back here, a lot of wind. But we have a lot, several instructors that have already signed back on, said, hey, we want to be there, we want to teach some classes. And just to name a few, we got Mr. Blackie Thomas is going to be coming back to teach a couple classes maybe, and I think he's bringing the Fuel the Fire guys with him, which will be awesome. If you don't know, there is a lot of knowledge, and those guys are awesome. I've taken several classes with them at Georgia Bushcraft, and they are awesome guys. A lot of knowledge there, so that's going to be a great bunch of classes. Ranger Sean Fitzgibbons is going to be teaching again. I don't know exactly the classes he's going to be putting on, but his class last year was awesome, and I know he'll do a great job again. Let's see, who else?
Dave
No.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
hopefully that wasn't loud enough. That's
I didn't know that was the thing.
that's a secret right now. So hopefully, Ed Chaos, I see you, buddy. Thank you so much for the what is that, a super chat? I don't even.
We can super chat now.
We can super chat now, so I don't even know, but I appreciate you so much. And he said no wind on the mic. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. So we have a tentatively, we've been asked several times to do a campfire cooking class. And I do have somebody set up for that. But if that doesn't work out, we have somebody as backup that's going to do that. So we will have a campfire cooking class this year. So it'll be cast iron cooking, Dutch oven cooking, something along that vein. So look forward to that. That's going to be awesome. Yes. So also, we are excited to announce that Stephanie Beeson, who was just on Naked and Afraid, will be there this year, and she'll be talking to us about her experience at Naked and Afraid. And then she was there last year, but she couldn't really give us much info on it. They kind of hold them to a do not disclose kind of thing. But so she will be there this year, and hopefully she'll give us a little more insight on what she went through. And then she's going to be doing another class that we have had so many people ask for. She's going to be doing a wild edibles and medicinals class, and she's also going to do some mushrooming with you guys. So that's awesome.
An interesting
And
verb.
she mushrooming. I don't even know if that's a right way to say that, but anyway, that's what she's going to be doing. Let's see. Campfires in Life, $4.99. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much. So that's something you guys have been asking for, and that's going to be awesome. I think you guys are going to really enjoy that, and she is a super, super smart lady, and I think you guys are really going to learn a lot from that. Let's see.
You've got Paul Coville met you at HangCon as well.
Right. I do
Miss
see.
Deborah and Ray are on.
Yep. Hey, Miss Deborah and Ray. I see Gray Williams. I don't think I've seen that name on here before. We appreciate you checking in. And if you have been here before, I apologize. I'm terrible with names. Ken Allen, I see you there. Said, I've never been healthier. That's great. Glad to hear it. Freddie Moss is in the house. I see you.
Grumpy is on.
Oh.
He's up higher.
Grumpy's in the house?
Yep.
So, Grumpy Bushcraft, my brother. So, I'm not gonna name it per se, but Grumpy has been a huge, what's the word?
Supporter.
Supporter this year. So Grumpy wanted to come this year, but he's not able to make it. But he made a monetary donation that we cannot be more thankful for, and we truly appreciate it, buddy. And that's really, really going to help us out. And I can't stress it enough. Oop, okay. I don't know what I just did, but everything's still okay. But we can't say thank you enough, Grumpy. I really appreciate it. And if you guys don't subscribe to Grumpy Bushcraft, you guys need to go check him out. And he's got some really neat videos and a lot of knowledge there. Grumpy's a super smart guy too. Yes, thank you, Grumpy. Miss Deborah said thank you, Grumpy. Ken Allen said Noah's River Adventures. Okay. We love you too, Grumpy. I appreciate it, man. I really, really appreciate it. But we are so excited, really excited, that we're doing this for the third year, guys. After the first year, I didn't know if we would ever do it again. And then the second year rolled around, and the first year we had 50 people. And the second year, we closed in on 150 people. I don't know exactly the number we had, but it was close to 150 people. We could round it up to that. And so we just are blown away that it grew like it did. And there were so many people after the end of the event last year that were just like, are you doing it again? We're definitely doing this again, right? And I was blown away with the amount of support that we felt. And so people often ask us, like, when do you start planning the event again? And the answer is immediately. Like, we're planning the next event while this event is going on, because what we're doing is we're picking the things that we like and we don't like about this event, and we are making mental notes of that and all that stuff, and we're, things we're going to change and all that. And we've got a few ideas, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But I want to talk to you about the dates. So last year, we liked the feel of camp last year, but it was a little close to Christmas. And but we did like the way it worked out. And we immediately, the Monday after Wyld Camp, Sunday, we got home, cleaned up, rested. Monday morning, Sarah jumped on the rebook. There were 2 weekends available for 2025. 2 weekends out of the whole year that were left available. And it was either Thanksgiving weekend or Halloween weekend. And we knew Thanksgiving weekend wasn't going to work. So this year, Wyld Camp will be over the Halloween weekend. It will be October 30th, or October 30th will be a super supporter night. That's the Thursday before. And we'll announce those tickets and all that stuff here in a minute. But the official event starts on Friday at 9 a.m. And so that's Halloween Day, right? That's the 31st. And it will go through Sunday morning, the 2nd. So October 31st through November 2nd is Wyld Camp this year. So the gates will open just like last year at 9 a.m. on Friday morning. The earlier you get there, the better the spots you'll get. And then plenty of room. There is plenty of room. And then like I said, the super supporters. So last year we offered super supporter tickets for Thursday night. It's a smaller number of people, and they get first access to tickets. And those tickets are more expensive. Obviously, you get an extra night. And but I think people really, really like that. And we're going to do that again this year. We're going to keep most everything from last year, including the ticket prices. So we decided not to raise the ticket prices this year. I apologize. This cold weather's got my sinuses going crazy. So we decided not to raise ticket prices this year. And so the tickets they were $30 I don't have it in my head. I didn't write it down.
To be honest.
If I'm not mistaken, general admission ticket prices were $30. They were $15 for.
We will make sure that it is clear to everyone.
So, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Sarah's gonna look that up for me and find that info, and then I will get it. Let's revisit this in a few minutes. But the super supporter tickets, so they were $50 a ticket for one person, and that gets you the extra night. You get first access, you get a special lanyard, and some other perks for super supporters. And then for two tickets is $75. And like I said, that gets you the extra night. So we'll announce all that coming up soon. I think the tickets are going to go on sale. General admission tickets will go on sale July 4th. And so you're going to want to be there to get those tickets as quick as you can, because they went really fast last time. Our patrons will get the ticket sales will start June.
Early.
Huh?
A month
early. So they'll start June 4th. The ticket sales for the patrons. To get that patron discount, you have to be a patron for 3 months. And that's just something that we've done that way. And it has to be the $5 tier patron to get the super supporter tickets early. So that's just, it is what it is. That's what we planned, and it worked well last year. So the tickets, and I think if you look on Canva in the pictures, it has the ticket prices on there.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to pull up.
But anyway, let me go back.
Yeah, we need to
We'll revisit that here in a minute. Let me go back and make sure I'm not missing anybody. Let's see. I see Stitch. Hey, buddy, glad to see you.
Super awesome wife and Dick in the Dirt.
Super awesome wife and Dick in the Dirt's in the house. So you guys, if you don't follow Dick in the Dirt, you need to be watching his YouTube stuff. He's got some really cool stealth camp videos and stuff. But he also has a second channel, and it's called
Ditching Suburbia.
Ditching Suburbia.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And you guys need to check that one out too. He's just building that channel up, and he could use all the support he can get on that channel. So you guys make sure that you're...
They just hit 100.
So they just hit 100 subscribers for Ditching Suburbia. So you guys go follow him and help him out. So Randy Beeson's in the house.
Miss Deborah is supporting as always.
Yep, Miss Deborah. Thank you so much. Chris Stoltz says it's my birthday, or Schultz. I keep saying his name wrong. Schultz says it's my birthday weekend. That's awesome. Campfires.
Tell them where it is.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Campfires and Live says, okay, this year, since it's around Halloween, I'm bringing my Halloween costume. Hopefully there's free candy. That brings up the next good point. So, well, before I get into that, it will be again at Doe Lake Campground. So last year it was awesome. It's such a beautiful location. If you don't know or haven't seen it, go back in my playlist, and there is a video previewing the campground for Wyld Camp, and you'll enjoy that. It's a beautiful location, and there's, bathrooms and hot showers, and there's the big hall and the eating area, and so it's going to be at that location again. It's beautiful. We're going to have a great time.
I have the prices pulled up with you.
Okay, so Sarah's got our prices. So what are our prices again?
Adults are $30 each. Kids 13 to 17 are $15, and then kids 12 and younger are free.
Okay. So if you didn't hear that, it is adults $30, kids 13 to 17, right? 13 to 17 are $15 for general admission. 12 and under are free. So that's the general admission prices for Friday through Sunday. And so Mike said he's bringing his Halloween costume. And so last year we had a good bunch of kids at the event. And so we were kind of on the edge of like, do we do the Halloween thing, or what are we going to do about that? And so we kind of want to lean into it a little bit. So what we're going to do is Friday night, Halloween night, we are going to do a camper treat. So the kids that come to the event, or Mike, can bring their Halloween costumes. And if you guys want, appropriate Halloween costumes. Remember, this is a family event. So bring your Halloween costumes, bring the kids in their Halloween costumes, and we can either, you guys can help me out here, we can either trick or treat from campsite to campsite, or we can set up little areas for the kids to trick or treat around the main camping area, or we can do trick-or-treating inside the main hall from table to table, whatever you guys think. So that's something we can kind of toss some ideas around about. Let me flip this thing around, see if this helps some.
Why we're doing the live stream is to get ideas.
Yeah. So that is one of the things, because we do value your opinion, and we want to put on the best event possible. And for those of you who answered the email that we sent out after the last event and answered those questions on what you thought about Wyld Camp and everything, we really appreciate that, and we take all that to heart. So we want you to kind of give us your opinion on this, and Sarah's making notes over here. And so anything you can think of that we need to do or we could do, drop it in the comments for us so we can keep up with that and try to remember that. So let's see. Stitch said, what about senior discounts?
Not for him.
We're not doing senior discounts for the Stitch. You're not old enough, Stitch. We never really talked about any sort of senior discounts or anything like that. I don't know. We'll have to kind of.
It's not out of the question, but we'll have to just talk about it.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out, because that's definitely something we may have to think about. And I really do appreciate you saying that.
No, it's a good idea.
Stitch said I was only kidding, but it's a good idea.
I mean, we could do veteran discount too.
Yeah, we could do that's a good idea. We're gonna do a veterans discount this year.
We should do that.
So we're gonna do a veterans discount this year. That's funny. Grant Jordan said vet discount.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're on the same wavelength, buddy.
We need to do that.
We should have done that before, and I don't know why we didn't do that.
Because we're growing.
We're growing and we're learning, and you guys are learning and growing with us. So we appreciate all your help. And I know I say this all the time, but it's a family. We're a family. You guys are family to us, and we truly appreciate all your help. But let's see.
So Randy and Annette are both on Beeson.
Oh, hey, Miss Annette. Glad you're on here with us.
And
let's see.
I think other than that, it's kind of talking back and forth. Haunted hike is a good idea.
A haunted hike would be a great idea. And that's actually something that we may work out.
And then costume contest for the kids. That's a cute idea.
Yeah,
too.
That's a good idea too. I actually thought about that too, and I didn't say it. And if I had said it, I would have been the one to say that first.
Well, Super Awesome
but
Wife
it's too late now. Super Awesome Wife beat me to it. I was gonna say that though. And I did see trick or treat campsite to campsite.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that.
So we could now. We don't want to go like all Halloween. The event's not all Halloween. But we could do, like decorate your campsite a little bit if
Yeah,
you
I
wanted
think
to.
we'll have fun with it, but it's not going to be just a complete Halloween themed weekend.
Yeah, it's not. We won't do. We're not gonna put pumpkins on everything, and we're definitely not doing pumpkin spice coffee for the morning coffee roundtable thing. I can tell you that much.
I know we could get really carried away.
It's easy with Halloween. Oh, I didn't do my
I know, and I did
celebratory
notice
drink.
there is one shot over there.
Well, I didn't think you wanted one.
Yeah, that.
So I'm doing a celebratory shot to start off the discussion for Wyld Camp this year. And you guys drop in the comments if you're having a cocktail this evening. That's delicious. Let's see. Miss Deborah said, "You are the best event planners." I think she meant Sarah. Sarah's the best event planner. Sean is a coattail rider.
You are the face of the channel.
Yeah, so Sarah is planning the event. I'm just the eye candy. Let's see. Paul said, "What are you drinking?" So that was my Evan Williams. I'm a cheap whiskey kind of guy, but I do love my Evan Williams. Miss Deborah said she's having a sweet tea. Oh, super awesome wife said she could look into Halloween craft for the kids.
Well, that kind of brings up.
That's a neat idea.
To, like official volunteers.
Yes.
Go around, which more to come, but.
So
we
haven't done it in the past, like a actual dedicated volunteers for the event. But this year, I think we are going to need some volunteers. And
we couldn't have done it before without the people that did help.
Yeah, right. So there's no way that we would have been able to do, especially dinner last year, without the volunteers that we had. Mm-hmm. But this year, I think we want to do some more, like, actual organized volunteers. And I think that will help us in the long run make sure that we have the volunteers we need. Like,
Miss Deborah's raising her hand. She has no option.
Yeah, Miss Deborah, you're a volunteer. I don't know if you already knew that or not. But you are a volunteer, and we appreciate it. You were already on that list. But like last year, Sarah sat in the building for 2 days and did check-ins, and it was, I mean, we did have people that were helping her, and we really appreciate that. And Greg sat there for a long time also. But this year, if we can get a couple more people to help with the check-ins and things like that, that would definitely help, because I would love to get Sarah out of there for a little bit, because she was just tied up for a long time in there. Can he do that? Randy volunteered Annette. Like, I don't know. Can you volunteer other people?
I don't know, but she was a big help last time, so she's probably on the.
She was already on the list. She was already on the list too.
Yeah.
All right, Randy, but you're on thin ice. I'm telling you, with Miss Annette. I don't think she's gonna let you get away with much, buddy. Carl Smith said, "Count Christy and me in for volunteers." So we'll send out an email, or maybe I'll ask, if you want them to send.
Yeah, they could send an email.
Send an email to our Wyld Camp. wildcampinfo@gmail.com. Yeah. Send an email to that on the volunteer thing, and it'll be. We're not going to be able to take everybody, because I'm sure we'll get a bunch of people that volunteer, but we'll do the best we can to go through, and we'll definitely let you know one way or the other. So it's wildcampinfo@gmail.com.
Which all questions should go to that.
Yeah, all of your questions and stuff like that about Wyld Camp should go to that email. It just makes it so much more easy, because myself or Sarah can answer questions and stuff through there, and it makes it a lot easier for me to be able to go back and reference questions instead of trying to remember, did it come through Instagram, did it come through the Rewild Outdoors or my personal page. So if you have any questions, go through the wildcampinfo@gmail.com, and after the video's over and everything, I'll put that email in the description of this live so you can go back and reference it if you need to.
We have a lot of people
But
volunteering other people.
that's funny. So we have so many people. Stitch volunteered Paul. Tony volunteered his wife Rita. Let's see. Am I missing something up here? I think I missed something.
Chris Schultz said that she's Ed's wife.
Oh, okay.
And then somebody asked if there's a website, which there is, but it's not updated yet.
So Chris Schultz, I have been saying he this whole time, and that's Ed's wife, you said?
That's what she said.
Okay. Well, that's just, that's the kind of person I am. I'm sorry. David Stewart says that he's the maple bacon and pancake. No, that's not what I'm drinking, but I wish I was. So at HangCon, me and David had way too much fun at the moonshine tent. And I mean, they had it was bacon flavored moonshine and the Eggo moonshine. And we couldn't decide if it was better mixed Eggo and then maple bacon or maple bacon and then Eggo. And we had to go back and forth several times trying it. And I still don't think we came up with a actual opinion on it, but I do know that we were lit after the fact. But we had a great time there. That's another thing. HangCon. If you've never been to HangCon, you need to go to HangCon. Even if you do not hammock camp, HangCon is an awesome event, and it's so much fun.
Chris,
What am I missing? You guys are...
Chris said that bring you some boxes to play.
Okay, I see how it is. So if you guys don't know, I may or may not have got fairly lit at HangCon and used a cardboard box as an instrument. But it was a lot of fun anyway. But so we met Shug Emery there. And it's funny because I didn't know it, but Shug's name is Sean, like mine, except his is S-E-A-N, spelled all kinds of wrong. But at the end of his Was HangCon Worth It video that he did, he mentioned me by name playing the cardboard box. And it's a little bit embarrassing, but it was fun nonetheless.
Bridget Kassab said, unrelated and random, I have been trying forever to figure out what the tattoo is on your forearm. If comfortable, can you explain?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, I don't know if I can pull my shirt up or not.
Just strip.
My muscles are so big that these, I mean, I don't know if you guys know it or not, but I'm a fairly muscular guy. And you might not even be able to see this, but if you look at it,
yeah, you can see it.
It's a vice, right? So it's squeezing a coin, and other coins are coming out the bottom of it. So this is a penny pincher. And my buddy Bruce, one of my best friends back in the day, unfortunately got killed in a car accident. And Bruce was not well paid. No, I won't say that. He was not the highest paid guy on our crew, but Bruce had more stuff than anyone else. And that's because Bruce was so good with his money. And I used to joke with him about being such a cheapskate. Um, and I mean, the guy had a 34-foot boat. He had zero-turn mowers, new cars, and all sorts of stuff. And he was just really, really good with his money. And I used to mess with him all the time about being a cheapskate. So when he passed, I tried to figure out, I didn't want a memorial tattoo that said, "This is for Bruce," or something like that. I wanted something for me, essentially, to remind me of Bruce. And so that's what this tattoo is. This is my penny pincher that's on here, and it reminds me of Bruce. So um, I'll never forget, we used to go to Subway for lunch, and Bruce would get a glass of water every time, and then he would get the lemon packets and the sweet and low, and that joker would sit there and make lemonade, and that's what he would drink. And I used to give him so much crap about being such a cheapskate that he was making lemonade. I don't know. It's so funny to me now that I think back on it, and I miss the dude a lot. Um, but that's what this is about anyway. That was kind of a long way around the barn to
But
explain that to you, but
a unique tattoo.
yeah,
so I'm
that's
surprised no one's asked that.
that's
until
what
now.
that's what it is. So this one's for Bruce. I miss you, buddy. All right. So, and I appreciate you asking that. That was I've never really talked about it, but that's what this tattoo is. And if I can ever scrape up the nerve, I do love tattoos, but I don't love needles, which sounds ridiculous. But if I can ever get the nerve up, I want to get a tattoo, sort of same style on this arm, for my mom and dad, who are both passed away. So, now, Matt Barwick said, Sean Strickland, master of percussion instruments. I do play the drums, though. So, there's that. It hasn't always been the cardboard box. And I seen somewhere up here, Dick in the Dirt said something about me playing a cardboard box, too.
Stitch said that your box identified as a bongo.
It did while I was playing it anyway. I actually had somebody bring. I'll tell you how bad I was at playing the cardboard box. Somebody brought a bongo, and I started trying to play it, and someone else said, "Can I play that bongo?" So I passed the bongo off and went back to the cardboard box. So, but so this year, like last year also, if you play an instrument, bring your instrument to Wyld Camp. Let's sit around the fire and jam. I mean, I don't have a problem with that at all. I'll bring my acoustic. Florida Snowman Adventure said, I got some good contacts here in Jacksonville when you're ready for a tattoo. I've got a buddy that does tattoos, and he's an awesome tattoo artist. He's the one that actually did this one for me, and I appreciate it, but he'll be the guy that does my tattoos. He's my tattoo guy, so I've been kind of holding off on telling you something. And we got a good crew of people in the house tonight, and I'm really excited about this, and I was kind of holding on to it. So, at HangCon, if you were at HangCon, you probably know who I'm going to say. But I have made some good contacts throughout the time of doing Wyld Camp, and that's one of the reasons that we go to these events. We go to Georgia Bushcraft, we go to HangCon, we go to all these other events so we can make connections with people and stuff like that. At HangCon, I made an awesome connection. And so after HangCon, I was surprised to receive a message from none other than Mr. Dave Canterbury. Dave Canterbury will be at Wyld Camp this year. He's bringing his guys. He's going to be teaching some classes. He's going to have some stuff to sell, I believe. And so we are really, really excited to have Dave there. It just is mind-blowing to me that he messaged me and said, hey, do you have room for us at your event? And that blows my mind. But it was so awesome. And, you know, I had to think about it. So, like 2 seconds later, I was like, of course, we have room for you at our event. And so he's going to be bringing some of his guys there. And so that's kind of the thing that I've been holding on to. And like I've been wanting to say it, but we've been holding on to it. And we are so excited. We couldn't be more excited to announce that. And so he, you know, we've been in contact back and forth, and he's definitely coming. So if that's something that you're interested in, if you're interested in meeting Dave, taking a class from him, possibly, you know, buying some of his gear, it's going to be an awesome event. This will be the time. You're not going to want to miss it. So he's really a nice guy. And like I said, I was blown away that I was blown away when I seen my messenger pop up with a message from Dave Canterbury. I thought I was being pranked. And then I realized, no, it really was him. And it kind of blows my mind. So that's a really, really awesome thing. I think you guys are really going to enjoy that. Ed Chaos said he was so nice at HangCon. Miss Annette said, great news. Buttier said, seriously, he's cool. Been to Ohio a couple times with him.
Hammock Mountain said hello.
Oh, hey, Daniel, Hammock Mountain. I see you, buddy. Thanks for being in the live stream here. I appreciate it. Florida Snowman says, is that the Pathfinder guys? Yes, it is. That's Pathfinder School. So they will actually be there with us to teach some classes and stuff. And I told him that we were not a bushcraft group, that we are more of a general camping group. So I don't care what you're into as far as it's camping. You can do, car camping, backpacking, hammock camping, kayak camping, what have you. You're welcome at the event. There's going to be something there for you. And so I hope you guys can make it to the event. There's going to, like I said, there's going to be something there for you. So, Florida Snowman Adventure said, I'm so bad with names, but those guys were really nice. Yeah. So that's going to be really cool. I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, Buttier said Canterbury does literally every type of camping. So, I've noticed here recently he started putting out more videos about hammock camping and things like that. So that's pretty cool. David Stewart said that's exciting stuff. Just shows the impact thus far. Your impact thus far. Our goal, like I've said it before, our goal for the channel is to entertain, to inspire, and instruct. And I've said this before, so if you've heard this before, just let it go in one ear and out the other. But if I can entertain you, maybe I can teach you something. And if I can teach you something, no. If I can entertain you, then maybe I can inspire you to go out there. And if I can inspire you, then maybe I can teach you something that will make it a better trip when you do go out. And that's what this channel is all about. And hopefully that's what you'll get from Wyld Camp. We're going to entertain you there. Maybe you'll get inspired, and maybe you'll learn something while you're there. Maybe you'll make some new friends and go out camping with some new folks, and just maybe kickstart your camping adventures and stuff. So I do know that we have gotten some folks camping with some new people. And I've gotten firsthand knowledge from folks that said, hey, I went to Wyld Camp, I met some new friends, and we've been camping together, and that's what we've been wanting out of the event. So, let's see. What's that?
And that's why you started the channel.
Yep, and that's why we started the channel, like, originally, was to get more people out doing it. So, let's see. Miss Deborah said,
Dick in the Dirt said that Florida Stunt Jumper is his brother that you met at HangCon. He'll be starting at the channel soon.
Oh, very cool. That's awesome. What's Miss Deborah said? When they know how much you care, they care how much you know. That's pretty deep. And Matt Barwick said, I've been camping all of my life. You have inspired me to try new camping styles and activities. That's awesome. I appreciate you saying that. You know the thing, like, I'll watch videos and, like, because I go through phases of things that I like to do, that I want to do. And I'll watch a video of something that I haven't done in a while, and all of a sudden, I'm like, oh man, I want to do that again. So that's kind of what I'm hoping I can do for you guys. Chris said, make sure you smash that like button. I really appreciate that, and that definitely helps us out.
You're growing.
We are growing, so if you haven't realized, we haven't really talked about it a bunch, but if you haven't realized, we did monetize the channel. And we monetized the channel because after talking with some folks about it, it was kind of brought to my attention that not monetizing the channel was holding the channel back from a YouTube standpoint. And I'll be honest with you, after monetizing the channel, it has made a huge difference in the amount of subscribers we're getting and that sort of thing. So,
well, and that's what let us do, like, the super chats.
Yep,
and stuff, because we couldn't do it before.
Right, that's what allowed us to do the super chats. So we've had people for a long time asking us why they can't do the super chats. Well, now you can. It's, because we weren't monetized. And so I struggled with that for a while, and I even did a live with our patrons, because I want to get your opinions on it. And everybody said, go for it, try it, see what happens. And so that's what we're doing. And I was on the fence about doing it. I really was. But I really think that it has helped the channel reach new people, and that's what we were wanting it to do.
Which ultimately helps the channel for everybody that enjoys watching it.
Right, absolutely. So it definitely helps the channel all around in the long run. So I see the Virginia Bushcrafter on here. Good evening. Glad to see you. Chris Schultz says, you are the main reason I was able to convert my friend Heather to a hammock. Well, that's awesome. So I do love hammock camping. But I'll say this. I've lost a little over 30 pounds now doing the carnivore thing. And since I can lay down and sleep in a tent now, I'm actually having a good time trying out different tents and stuff. So it's, that's another one of those things that, I've been watching other people. I'm like, man, I really want to be able to do that. And now I actually can, because I've lost a little weight. So next week's video, you guys want to watch that one, because I tried out a whole different kind of tent in that video. And a little sneak or a preview or whatever on that. We actually did a catch and cook in next week's video. So you guys want to watch that. That's the first catch and cook we've ever done on the channel. So that'll be a good video. Dick in the Dirt said, "That's great, Sean. I appreciate it." Um, it's, the carnivore thing. It's funny. I've, seen so many people talk about it and everything, and so I decided to just go for it and try it, and it has really been good for me. The funny thing about carnivore is I never thought I would say the phrase, "Man, I don't want a steak again." But after you eat so much steak, it's just like, wow, okay, maybe I need to try something different. So I mean, I eat chicken and fish and things like that, but I just never thought those words would leave my lips. But is there anything that you can think of, or that you guys can think of, that I haven't covered tonight? Is there any questions about Wild Camp? Can you think of anything that I didn't cover tonight? Oh, I know a couple of things. Um, we have started getting new prize sponsors, or talking to prize sponsors again. And Wazoo Survival has jumped on board and said that they would sponsor some gifts, or some prizes, I mean. And they sent me an invoice today, and it's over $260 worth of prizes from Wazoo. And also, P&W Bushcraft said that they would send us some prizes for Wild Camp. And if you haven't seen it, they have some beautiful stuff, some really nice, like waxed canvas, bags and pouches and stuff. I don't know what they'll be sending us, but they've got some beautiful stuff. And so we are, in the process of getting our prize sponsors again for the raffle. Last year we had an awesome raffle. Also, Mark Parshall with, oh man, Nature Coast Laser Works. He said that they would be sending us some more Wild Camp cups. They will have the Wild Camp logo on them. And he said that he was sending us something else too, and I can't remember right off the top of my head what it was. But I guarantee it'll be nice. He does some really nice stuff. What was it?
Coasters.
Like some camping related coasters. So that'll be really cool. Let's see. Excellent sponsors, Miss Deborah said. Last year we had some great sponsors for the event, and this year I think we'll have some really, really great sponsors again. What were you gonna say?
I was trying to answer questions, but Daddy's got it.
Oh, Greg's backing us up. Thank you so much, Greg. So, yes, we will be at Doe Lake Campground in Umatilla, Florida again, and same location as last year. Like I said, it was very limited as to how, us being able to get the site again. The availability was tight, and we knew that Thanksgiving wasn't going to work. It wouldn't work for us, and it's not going to work for you guys. And so we kind of held off on the Halloween thing. We didn't want to say it because we were kind of hoping that something may open up and we could get a different date. And the more we thought about it, what day is it? Halloween is actually going to be pretty cool, I think. So we just held on to it and said that's Halloween's going to be a good event, and we'll just kind of lean into it and have fun with it. So that's what we decided to do. Yeah, that I've heard that same thing. So, Florida Snowman Adventure said I would double check it. Doe Lake has a history of double booking.
They were really good. They confirmed with us. They were super nice on the phone. The camp host was great.
So we had a good experience last time, and I'm not saying that couldn't happen, but it's just we definitely will stay on top of it.
We were diligent.
We were diligent to stay on top of it and make sure And the thing that kind of worried us is we had those hurricanes come through,
Yeah.
and the website said they were shut down, and we were nervous. And so we were able to contact them and get in touch with somebody that actually knew something, and they were like, "Absolutely, you guys are good to go." And so it worked out. It worked out really good for us. But yeah, that's something we definitely will stay on top of. Yeah, I know. Hank Kong had that issue before they had to move. I have heard that, and I could see too how you could easily end up with it just booked up before you can rebook it. That could definitely happen as well. And I'm not saying that we'll always do it at Doe Lake Campground, but at this point, Doe Lake has everything that we want for the event.
Right.
And it's the best location that we could find for the event. And last year was great, and I'm hoping it will be great again this year. Um,
Tony asked how much are raffle tickets. I guess we'll do the same. They were $3 each or 4 for 10.
yep. So last year we did $3 each for raffle tickets, or 4 for 10.
And you get 2 with your ticket purchase.
Yeah, and you get 2 tickets with your ticket purchase. So I see all the little hearts and 100s on there. I appreciate that. But yeah, so the raffle tickets last year, uh, I don't know how to say it. Sort of bailed us out. Um, so we keep
They
the
help
price.
cover the cost.
They absolutely help cover the cost. Um, we keep the prices down as low as we can for the event. We're not trying to get rich on this event. We're trying to make sure that the event is attainable for as many people as possible. And so that being said, we're on a tight line of whether or not we're losing money or making money. And last year we barely made it, and that was by the raffle tickets. And so that really helps us out. I wasn't, I don't really want to get into it too much, but we did want to talk about the dinner last year. So we've kind of thrown around the idea of not doing the provided dinner, and but that's not something I want to do. I want to do the Saturday night provided dinner, and we're going to do that again this year. So last year we did the taco bar, and it went over really well for most people. I do know that we have one person that I don't know who it was, but one person complained that we ran out of lettuce on their second trip through the bar, which we never said that you would be able to go through 2 times anyway. And like, it's not an all you can eat buffet. That's the thing that, we're trying to do our best to provide a dinner, but it may not be the absolute most you've ever eaten, okay? We're trying to feed a massive number of people. And so we made it through the first time, and then people were able to come through a second time as long as there was stuff left, and somebody was upset that we ran out of lettuce on their second trip through. And I don't know. It is what it is. But this year we're going to do the taco bar again, and we're going to have more lettuce.
Well,
So
it threw me off because people were making like taco salads, which I understand now, like it's low carb, but
yeah,
that is not what we were intending when we
right.
budgeted.
So we had tacos last time, or we had the you can make a nacho bowl.
Right.
But it didn't really dawn on us that people would be using the lettuce to make a a salad, taco salad or something. So this year we'll definitely have some more lettuce. But keep in mind it's not an all-you-can-eat buffet, and we're trying to feed 150 or so people. So you might have to go back and nibble on something back in camp. It's, we're doing the best we could. So, like I said, I don't want to talk too much about the money side of it, but I'll say this: we spent close to $500 on food for the event.
Plus.
Over $500 for the event, food for the event last year, and that was for the Saturday night dinner. And it is a ton of work. I browned more meat last year than I ever want to do again, and you know what? In October, I'm gonna do it again. But that's okay. It is what it is. So we do the best we can, and I hope you guys will understand.
Overwhelmingly, everybody was very supportive and understanding.
Absolutely, but
it is hard when you get those couple little comments.
And I try my best to not let that sort of stuff get to me, but that was a little bit of a gut punch, I feel like. But it is what it is, Let's see. Digging the Dirt said, some people will always find something to complain about. Yeah. If you gave everybody $1 million in $100 bills, they'd want to know why you didn't have change to break it down for them. Chris said, listen, there's always one person that's got to complain. I'm sure. Stitch said, BYO lettuce.
I like the BYOL.
You know what? I may make a shirt that says, bring your own lettuce.
Yeah, we can make it lime green.
Yeah, lime green. So that kind of brings us to something else. We're talking about, and this isn't, don't hold me to this now, but you guys give me your thoughts on this. We're thinking about, when you purchase your tickets, giving you the option to purchase a shirt. If you have the option to purchase the shirt, is that something you would be interested in, a Wyld Camp shirt, at time of purchase for the ticket? So if we had the option for you to purchase a shirt that you could pick up at check-in, is that something you'd be interested in? If it is, we may try to figure out how to make that work. But you guys will have to let us know how that works. I know it's a little inconvenient for you to be able to go to our crowd-made store and order the shirts, and it takes a couple weeks to get them and that sort of thing. But for us, it's hard for us to,
and colors.
Yeah, it's hard for us to try to do it on site, which is something that we wanted to do, is be able to do it on site. But if we do it on site, then we're going to have a ton of different sizes of shirts that we may never be able to use. And then we have to buy all those designs to press on them and things like that. So, Randy said, let us know.
We're just going to run with it.
Yeah, let us know. I got you. Matt said, Kaylin wants a shirt.
Yeah, I think that
Tony said, I always like a shirt or a patch. Or a hat. Okay.
We had ponytail hats available.
We did have some hats available at the event, but we definitely are looking to make it where if you want to pre-order one, we can have it there for you to pick up at check-in. So we'll definitely see how that works.
Well, and then we can have exactly what people want to, instead of running out of a size.
So Super Awesome Wife says, do a pre-order shirt sale only. Okay, we might be able to do something like that. Well, that's definitely an option too. So what we'll do is we may do the pre-order when you get the tickets, or you'll be able to go on our crowd-made store and order a shirt. So Miss Deborah said, personally, I prefer to have the shirt sent to my home before camp. If it doesn't fit, I will order another one. So that's definitely an option. So we'll leave that option available for you.
Yeah. Well, then that gives people the option.
Right. And Tony said, I'd be down for it, and buy one for my wife and kids as well. Okay. So maybe we'll try to figure that out and figure out how to make that work. Was she getting into the oil over there by the fence?
No, she's on the other side of the fence, and I don't really want her to be.
Maddie's on walkabout back there. She's looking around, and we have to be careful because we have coyotes out here that will run around right on the other side of this fence going back and forth. So we have to be careful with Maddie out there, because if you don't know it, a coyote will actually call your dog out and attack them. So you got to be really careful. Grant Jordan. Grant said, "Can I pre-order a bag of lettuce?" You can just bring a bag of lettuce with you. You know, we should. That should be part. That should be part of the check-in. You should have to. Everybody brings a bag of lettuce. You guys don't bring a bag of lettuce with you. I know what's coming.
I really like the BYOL.
Yeah, we need a BYOL shirt, huh? Bring your own lettuce.
Wyld Camp stickers for sale.
Yes. So.
Well, it comes with their.
So this is the thing. You can only get a Wyld Camp sticker if you come to Wyld Camp. There will be Wyld Camp stickers available, but only if you come to the event. So there are people that have the first sticker and the second sticker, but if you didn't come to the first event, you cannot get that first sticker. So if you want to collect the stickers, you got to get on board. So you don't want to be the guy at Wyld Camp 15 going, "Man, I wish I would have got those other 14 stickers." Well, that's ambitious, isn't it?
Yeah, how old would we be at that point?
I'll be like the 60-year-old guy going, "You guys are missing your tickets."
We're gonna have camp nap time.
I already want camp nap time with as much work as we put into the event and running around and stuff. I think last year I probably did 15 miles.
I think that's what
of walking back and forth and back and forth.
Apple Watch said.
15 miles,
like
I think, is about what we put on out there over the course of the weekend. 15 miles. That's a lot.
Small area.
In a small area, going back and forth and running here and checking this and all that stuff. It was a lot of work, but let's see.
They're going down on the lettuce.
I know. Digging the. Chris said, "I just told Ed I was bringing him a bag of lettuce." Matt said, "I've been sipping coffee out of the mug I snagged at Wyld Camp." Very cool.
Where's the nearest lettuce store?
Oh, goodness gracious. Curb King said, "Do you need any volunteers?" We will definitely need volunteers. That's something that we will probably update that, in another video coming up. But we will definitely need volunteers. And like I said, if you have any questions or concerns, or you want to volunteer for the event, you can contact us, email us at wyldcampinfo@gmail.com. And Wyld Camp, WYLD camp info@gmail.com. So
I'm putting it in the comments.
Greg, Greg's covering us so much. I must have missed something. Michael said, "Can you say where it will be located in the price?" So Greg covered that, but yes, it will be at Doe Lake Campground in Umatilla, Florida, the weekend of Halloween, and the general admission prices for adults are $30. For 13 to 17-year-old is $15. 12 and under are free. And that's for general admission tickets. So that will get you a ticket from 9 a.m. Friday morning till 11 Sunday. And we will have a ton of different classes going on. And, so over the next couple of months, we will do live stream updates. And we'll tell you the new prize sponsors that are coming through, the new instructors that are coming on board, the different things that we're going to be doing at the event. And so you guys, keep track of that. Stay tuned with this. You can follow us on Wyld Camp on YouTube. So we have a Wyld Camp page.
On YouTube or
No,
Facebook?
on Facebook. I mean, not YouTube. A Wyld Camp page on Facebook. If you go over there and follow that, I post things on there that pertain to Wyld Camp, and you guys will be, updated very, very often over there. That's the easiest way for you to keep up with the info, is for you to just follow Wyld Camp on Facebook. So,
Somebody asked, can people in wheelchairs come to this event?
so it is the hall is wheelchair accessible. You can get into the hall by wheelchair, and if I'm not mistaken, the bathrooms are also
I think so.
ADA. I believe
at least the ones at the hall.
Yeah, at the hall they are ADA compliant. I'm 99% or compliant. I'm 99% sure. But the event itself, everything out there is a grass field, so that's something that you'll have to kind of, uh, you'll kind of have to suss that out yourself and decide if that works for you. So it's a big grass area. So if that works for you, then it should be fine. But that's something that, like I said, you'll have to just kind of decide if that's going to work for
Like
you.
you could watch the video.
Yeah,
videos
so we
to
do
kinda get a
have.
preview of-
So on the channel here, we have a video for Wyld Camp 2024, and that gives you a good preview of what you'll see at Wyld Camp this year, because it's the same venue. And so you'll be able to see the main hall. And how we did the raffle and the whole 9 yards. So check out that video if you're not familiar with Wyld Camp, and that'll give you a little more idea of what to go on. So Greg said, yes, there will be a super supporter night Thursday night. That also, yes, there will be a super supporter night. That's the Thursday before the event. And super supporter night is a smaller group of people. We'll only sell a handful of tickets to that. And those people will get first dibs on campsites. You get a special lanyard, a special super supporter ticket. Special super supporter sticker. So that's a perk of getting that super supporter ticket, and that really helps out the channel too. Those little things help out us to pay for the event. So I think people really enjoyed the super supporter night last time, and so that's something you guys are going to want to keep an eye out for. Two guys in the Ozarks, good to see you. I haven't seen you on the channel before. Glad you stopped in. Let's see. Carl Smith said, got to get to bed. Good night, everyone. Appreciate you dropping in, Carl. And hope I'll see you out there soon. Let's see. David said, you doing another early night access? Yes. So we will be doing the super supporter night. Let's see. Trying to see if I missed anything. I don't think I missed anything. Michael, I'm terrible. Can you, Michael Lease, Liese. If I'm saying your name wrong, I apologize. But I appreciate you stopping in. I don't remember if I've seen your name on here before. I may have, but I can't remember. Let's see. But
Herb King volunteers at Georgia Bushcraft.
Okay. And that's a huge event. Georgia Bushcraft that's I can't even wrap my mind around planning that event.
No.
The amount of work that they put into that, I don't even want to fathom.
We're not
Do,
ever getting to that
we're
level.
never getting to that point when they said, yeah, we've got close to 2,000 people over the weekend.
Right.
No,
But
no, thank you.
intentionally, we don't want it to be too big.
Well, yeah, and so we have built in a
Cushion.
a cushion. So the event will hold 250 people,
I think
right?
so. Yeah.
But we really kind of want to stay around that 150 mark. And the reason for that is because we want to keep that family atmosphere feel to it. We don't want it to click up.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we've said that before, but for you guys that haven't been to the event or whatever, we want to keep that family feel to it. We want you to meet these folks and to meet these folks. We don't want it to be, okay, it's all the people in this corner that know each other, and then the people in that corner that know each other, and they're staying in their little pods. We want you guys to be mingling and meeting new people.
Well, and that everybody has room to be comfortable camping.
Yeah, that's the other thing is, you know, it will hold 250 people, but 250 people
It'll
would
be
be tight out there. So we want there to be enough room for people to be able to have a little cushion around them. Um, but also, on the other hand, I want you to make sure that you are conscious that there is a lot of other people that will be there. So keep your campsites as condensed as you can. But on the other hand, we want you to be able to have the room you need. So we're not overbooking the campsite. That's what I'm trying to say. Frank Explorations, good to see you. Let's see. Tony said, time for the kids to go to bed. Hope everyone has a good night. Appreciate you dropping in, and hope to see you at Wyld Camp. Matt Barwick says, this past year was a good size. It retained the close-knit atmosphere. People had some room to spread out, and bathrooms were not too crowded. Exactly. That's the feeling that we want to keep.
Just want it to be comfortable and enjoyable.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, Sarah and I are not. This is not something that we're trying to do to get rich over by any means. This is something that we're trying to do to create an atmosphere where you can learn something, you can meet new people, you can have a good time, and be comfortable over the weekend. We had people at the last two events, the first event and this last event, that had never set their gear up before.
Mm-hmm.
And we helped people set up their very first camp, both last event and the event before. The very first time they ever camped, we helped them set their gear up. And to me, that is awesome. And that's, so I'm aware, I'm aware that not everybody wants to go do like me. I like to go, for lack of a better word, I like to go poop in the woods. I'm a fan of heading out in the middle of nowhere and going to the bathroom in the woods. I don't have a problem with that. But I do know that people, not everybody's like me and crazy. Um, so that's the reason that we do the event where we do it. We don't do a hike-in event. We don't do it somewhere that's a little more bushcrafty. That's really not our thing. We want it to be comfortable for you to be able to go out there. So that's the reason that we do it in the place that we do it. And that's the one of the hardest things is to get somebody to do to enjoy their camping trip the first time. A lot of people, if they have a bad experience that first time, they'll never do it again. So if we can help you have a good time your first event, maybe you'll be interested in doing it again. And really one of the biggest reasons that we're doing it the way we're doing it. Um,
Super Awesome Wife said they'll be donating food or money for Saturday night dinner, which is appreciated.
it's appreciated. I don't want you guys to think that I'm poor mouthing about that. That's not at all what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to let you guys know where we're coming from.
Well, and whatever we bring in for the event is put back into the event.
Yeah. So like Sarah said, whatever we bring in from the event is put back into the event. So what the money that we made last year immediately turned right around and paid for the event this year.
Mm-hmm.
And that money is paying for uh, food and like even the little stuff like the stickers for the event and all that stuff. We're trying to make sure that the event um, is taking care of itself, if that makes sense. So um, we appreciate all of that. Um, but we don't want you to think that we're poor mouthing.
Right.
I don't want it to come across that way.
We paid for the event, but it's just any revenue is able to go back into the event, and
Yeah.
we can do things like custom lanyards and stuff like that.
Right.
Um,
And
we're not making any money off of it.
Yeah, we didn't. Neither one of us bought new cars after Wyld Camp. I can promise you that.
We have a few extra gray hairs.
Yeah, that's for sure. So let's see. I think I might be missing something here.
So, David said that was probably the most amazing part for me to witness the amount of people that both just invited others to see their setup, but also those that dropped what they were doing to help others.
Yeah,
we've got some good people.
I will. That's one of the things. So, we were talking with Sarah and I were able to have dinner with Scab from Choir Boys Outdoors and his wife Megatron the other night, and it was neat for us. We were talking about it because we were able. One of his friends was able to come to the event because someone couldn't make it to the event, and they asked us to forward that ticket to someone who needed it. And I will say, last year, we had several people who could not attend for one reason or another. Not a single person asked for a refund. Everyone asked us to pass that ticket on to someone else. And we did that. We were able to do that. So there were people that were able to come to the event last year that couldn't afford to come, but we were able to make them able to make it to the event through tickets that other people paid it forward with. So we really appreciate that, and you guys are awesome, an awesome group of people. So let's see. Miss Deborah said, "I love the Wild Bunch community." Yes, absolutely.
We are starting hashtag bongos for Sean.
Stitch said, I seen Stitch said, where's it at now? Yeah, hashtag bongos for Sean. I missed it somewhere in there. Stitch was talking about the bongos again. You should have at least money enough for bongos.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what we're shooting for. At the end of this event, we're going to have enough revenue left over to buy some bongos.
Bongos and lettuce.
You know how, if we just had a shirt that said bongos and lettuce, it would be so confusing to everyone but the people in this.
I'd be like, what kind of event are you going to?
Yeah. Only the people in this chat would know what that meant. Bongos and lettuce. I think I seen that Frank was headed to bed. He said, gotta run. Great to see you. Thanks for jumping in. We appreciate you. Matt said, I heard that Sean and Bodie are sing a cappella like Pitch Perfect.
If you bring the other one. You gonna do the cup song?
Yeah, no, we're not doing the cup song. Um, the Insider Club shirt, digging the dirt said, "Yep, that's right." I don't know if we missed anything. I think I pretty much covered everything I wanted to cover.
I think so. We covered instructors, prizes, basic
Um,
details.
so as far as instructors go, um, we are still looking for some instructors for Wild Camp. Um, we're kind of being selective about who we take because we want to make sure that somebody that's teaching the class actually knows what they're teaching. So we're being a little selective about that. But we have some good people that are already talking with us about teaching some classes, and then we also have some people that are coming back again from last year. So one that immediately pops to mind, Kyle Kane, who did the kayak bass fishing class last year. He will be coming back again this year. That was somebody that we had several requests for him to come back and do another class. So, um, if you don't know it, you may have watched the Wild Camp video. Um, Kyle took a young man that was in the class. After the class, he took this young man out for a one-on-one bass fishing. Uh, they just went fishing, and he was one-on-one with this young fella. And that young fella caught his second bass ever right there with Kyle in that kayak. And I don't know who was more excited, the young man or Kyle.
Or his mom.
Or his mom. When he pulled that fish in, Kyle was like, hold on to it, I'll get it. And he's over there trying to paddle over so he can get a picture. It was unbelievable. And if you watch that video, I actually was there and caught it just in time. I caught that kid catch that bass, and it was awesome to me. That's something that kid will always remember, and for me, I'll always remember that too. I was very, very proud of that. So
Stitch said, I'm sure the fish was pretty excited as well.
that fish was not happy. That fish was not happy about it, but he did get to go home. Kyle made sure that he safely released that fish. So let's see. Hammock Mountain said, "I'll get you another Sugarland Shine box." Yeah,
Poor man's bongos.
poor man's bongos. So
Apparently, you can get them on Amazon for $25.
I wonder if I could have somebody make me a bongo that looked like a cardboard box. That's something I need to look into.
I'm glad that your channel and Wild Camp has devolved into a cardboard box and lettuce.
That's all we need. Some Evan Williams, a cardboard box, and some lettuce, and we can make videos, guys.
You know, that's what our goal was.
Yeah, really. Oh, goodness. All right, so we're already an hour and a half into this thing. I don't think I'm going to hold you guys anymore. But I hope you learned something about Wild Camp. I hope you're excited as we are about Wild Camp. And I'll look real quick, make sure there's no other questions. But we definitely are excited. And like I said, we are looking forward to it. It's a lot of work. There's still a lot of work for us before Wild Camp gets here, but we look forward to it. And appreciate you guys so much for everything you do. Not only the Wild Camp stuff, for just watching the videos and liking the videos and sharing the videos and just everything. We truly appreciate it. You're the reason why we do this stuff. If you guys weren't watching these videos, it wouldn't make any sense for me to make them. So I appreciate you guys so much. Chris said, great live, y'all. I appreciate it. Matt said, thank you, Sean and Sarah. Appreciate all you do. The community you're building is fantastic, and I agree with that 100%. Everyone that is part of this community is just awesome people. So, one more thing, if you're interested in getting those tickets early, in the description of this video is a link to our Patreon. And the Patreon, you can get it for $5 a month. And if you do the $5 a month, you'll get early access to the tickets, early access to videos, and it really helps out the channel. Again, I'm not well, I'm panhandling a little bit now, obviously, you know, like here's my, you know. But no, you do get some other perks. You get early access to the videos and things like that. So if that's something you're interested in, it's the link for that is in the description, and it really helps out the channel too. So appreciate you guys so much, and I think I'm gonna let you guys go. I will see you I'll see you next week, and then hopefully I'll see you at HangCon. Thanks so much for watching, guys.
HangCon?
Nope, at Wyld Camp, and then maybe at HangCon. You guys know what I'm saying. I'll see you next week.